Time passes quickly, and bantering with Artie and Devon had made Cameron forget what he was trying to do in the first place.
Now we get an explanation for why Cameron decided to get high, because remember, that was out of character for him.
Yes.
He wonders if maybe that had been Devon's goal. He should be keeping his mind open, not covering up potential spirits with loud, obnoxious laughs as they reminisce about their college days.
I think it was brought up actually last week, so I'm going to quickly re-jot. He realized that whenever he saw things the most from like his psychic visions and everything, it was when he was high.
Yep.
So he wasn't going to do anything hard, but if Artie's offering weed, which is one of like the softest drugs out there, he figured he could try that and see if that helped him see anything more. So that was Cameron's reasoning. He wasn't just doing it to get a rise out of Devon.
No, I know that. But I liked it.
Because right now he's feeling something. Something strange that he can't explain.
All right, ready to head out?
Man, we didn't even find anything scary.
You don't look for scary things. You let them happen. And nothing happened, so...
Cameron can't leave now.
Hey, Dev, please don't be mad at me.
Oh, I am going to be mad at me.
Mad at me?
I'm already mad at me. I'm going to be mad at you.
Dev doesn't say anything, and that makes Cameron squirm.
Oh, you guys gonna fight again?
Can I have 5 minutes alone, please?
Oh, it's alright. I'll start making out with Artie. No.
Yeah, there's no way Devin would make out of that.
It'd be so bad. Neither of them would do that.
Just 5 minutes, I swear. Then we'll be done.
No. Cameron!
I can feel something. I don't know what... You guys are making it hard to hear.
Cameron, the motel is right there. I'm not leaving you here.
Dev's tone is so resolute, so unshaken, that Cameron shrinks into himself, realizing he's reached Dev's limit. Artie clears his throat.
Not to butt in, but how about this? Me and Dev stand at the end of the road over there so we can see you, then we make sure nothing bad happens.
Please, Dev. I just really need to figure something out, and it's gonna bother me forever if I don't. Please.
Dev is clearly taken aback by Cameron's intensity, which had been Cameron's intention. Something is wrong, and he needs to confirm it.
Is what you're doing safe? Could it hurt you?
I don't know. I don't think so. It has more to do with me than ghosts, though.
Dev doesn't say anything for several seconds, seeming to be weighing multiple scenarios in his head.
Okay. We'll be up the road. Please be careful. And yell if you need us.
Okay. Thank you.
Dev kisses Cameron on the head for a long moment before walking away, up the road. Artie looks back and forth, confused, before following Dev. Alone now, Cameron can tell that something is definitely different. He can't put his finger on it, but it's not just him being residually high. It's almost like he can see more clearly.
I can see clearly now that the ghosts are gone.
No. I can see clearly now my boyfriend's gone. I can see all
Are you
the
saying Devin was all the obstacles in my way?
Basically. I can see all the ghosts in my way.
Oh my gosh. Like he can see more.
They carry my brand. My ghost brand.
Oh my gosh. Meaning in nothing. Cameron isn't sure what to think about this. The weed is making it happen, though. Just like he hoped it would. But it's weak. He can hear the voices of those who have passed, just barely playing along the wind. For just a fraction of a second, he thinks of trying opioids just once more, and how that would truly help him see things. The thought leaves him feeling physically repulsed to the point that he almost retches, the visceral reaction, surprising even to him. 3 years of substance abuse, the death of his mother, the deaths of his friends. He vividly remembers those 2 weeks when he quit cold turkey, hiding away in his friend's basement in a pool of sweat, shaking, having every bathroom issue possible, wanting to rip through his fur and skin, to run into the street, to run into a car. He cried constantly. He hated himself. He was worthless. He needed to die. He had to die. But at the end of those 2 weeks, he made it. It was hard, but like his friends would always tell him, withdrawals aren't the hard part. The hard part is finding pills in a friend or relative's medicine cabinet months, even years later. The hard part is crushing those pills up in neat little piles of powder, staring at them, telling yourself you don't need it. You don't have to do it. But you do it. You always do it. No matter how many times you get clean. Someone like Cameron needed something else to keep him clean. And that's Devon. Because the shame and heartache of Devon finding out wouldn't ever be worth it. But knowing this moment, any moment, can be far better with a single pill. Unfortunately, that feeling will always be there. No, this is stupid, and he won't touch drugs again, not even weed. The window. At first, Cameron is only surprised. This is something he hasn't seen in months, not since October of last year. But still, he kind of hoped this would happen. This creature, this manifestation, is somehow connected to his abilities. He'd always thought it to be mental illness. But now that he knows there's something more to all of this, maybe it's a sign, a harbinger of sorts, that might lead him to important visions. Still, something about it is especially unsettling this time. Something is wrong. Something is different, and it's more than just the raincoat monster appearing. Arches and half circles. His train of thought cuts off as he notices a barely discernible movement from the creature. Aside from a handful of moments in the past that felt like glitches more than anything else, the creature never moved. It was always like a cardboard cutout. It's no longer cardboard, though. It's breathing. What's happening? He's not thinking right. This thing isn't part of Echo. Cameron knows that. So why is it acting different? More alive, as if the tout is amplifying it. Maybe it's just a setting, his nerves, the weed. But now he's realizing how strange it is that he's been so relieved to find out he's psychic. Doesn't he still have problems? It's not like all of those issues were just solved. Are those the voices of the dead? Or something else? Are those ghosts or hallucinations? Is there a difference? Suddenly a whole new wave of anxiety washes over the K9. And just like that, he's not sure about anything anymore. He'd had such a beautiful life-changing epiphany, and now he looks up the road toward where Dev and Artie are, but they're not there. And Cameron stares, wondering what's real anymore. He looks back at the monster, standing in that window. It's a harbinger for something important. Oh, if it is a harbinger for something important, he should go into that room. Otherwise, he'll just leave here knowing he's crazy. Knowing he's on the verge of a fucking psychotic break.
Oh, damn it, What am I doing?
And then he's moving for the window. For that monster. The whispers growing and the distortions twisting. Devon watches his boyfriend in the distance carefully, feeling his anxiety come down a bit, as Cameron just seems to stand there.
So, what's the deal, man?
Hmm?
You know what I'm talking about. What happened? Did he see some fucked up shit earlier? Because you seem really, really worried.
For a moment, Devon is glad Artie cuts himself off, but then
Hey, what the fuck?
Oh!
Artie is already running up the road, toward his car. Devon looks and sees a man standing next to the car, the hood up. Devon isn't sure what to do at first, either go to Cameron or follow Artie. Cameron sees Oblivious in the distance, which is probably for the best, and it doesn't look like the man is carrying any sort of weapon. So, deciding his friend is gonna need help, he runs after Artie. Dev runs up the car just as the old weasel-looking man headbutts Artie in the face.
Oh, fuck, son of a bitch.
Artie stumbles and falls on his ass.
Hey!
The weasel regards him coolly, seemingly not bothered by the fact that he just used his own face as a battering ram.
Hey.
Dev doesn't know what to say, mostly because he doesn't know why the guy just did what he did. Meanwhile, Artie moans on the ground, a paw to his forehead. That at least gives Dev a starting point.
You can't just fucking do that, man. What are you doing?
Adjusting things.
He shows off a pair of pliers. Devon can hear his heart pounding in his ears as he sees a toolbox balanced on the bumper.
Why? Give me that.
Devon starts to step forward to take the pliers from the man, but a flash of light blinds him. Dev had never been hit before, not as an adult at least. His size usually deterred anyone from trying anything, and he normally didn't get into those kinds of situations anyway. So this moment takes what feels like a long time for his brain to process. He stumbles on his feet, paws uselessly outstretched, trying to refocus when something explodes in his stomach that seems to expand like a balloon under his rib cage. The bear doubles over in shock, feeling like a vacuum has opened up his torso before he falls to his knees. The long, strained sound of agony seems to go on forever as his diaphragm refuses to work. Only now does he realize he's been punched in the stomach as well, and while he's had the wind knocked out of him before, it's nothing like this.
How was that, fat ass?
Dev goes on droning in response, a small part of him considering that he might actually suffocate to death.
Holy hell, man. What the fuck is your problem?
Oh, you wanna know?
Devon, still with his face toward the ground, only hears movement above him, but that's followed by a gasp from Artie.
I have a problem with sick fucks like you two dicking around in this place because you think it's funny.
Dev is only now starting to get his breath back, but his eyes are locked on the gun in his face, and his insides turn to water, which has nothing to do with the punch.
Where were you 5 years ago, huh? Back home with mommy and daddy living in your middle-class houses? Thought you'd come out and see what the crazy meatheads are up
Meth
to.
heads.
Meatheads. Ugh. How they all killed each other?
The man adjusts his grip on the gun, and Dev almost chokes with fear. Either the old man is gonna shoot him, or he's gonna do it on accident.
Is this still fun?
Artie's rough breathing next to Devon is the only thing that lets the bear know that the cat is still there with him.
Dude, listen. We didn't mean.
You listen, dude. I gave you assholes a whole fucking fucking day to get the fuck out. But you're still here since you're so goddamn comfortable. Hope you don't mind being stuck here for good.
With that, the man turns away, sticking his gun down his pants before calmly collecting his tools, closing the toolbox, and walking off the road, straight through the sagebrush.
Holy shit.
It's a 7-mile walk to the freeway. I suggest you leave the moment it gets cool. And that's friendly advice. There's much worse out here than me, you stupid fucks.
Artie bends over Devin, who slowly stumbles to his feet, hunched over, his stomach aching far worse than his muzzle, which he wipes clean of blood.
Fuck, man. What did he do?
Artie looks back to the car, and even from here, Dev can see wiring sticking out from the hood.
I can't fucking believe this.
Hang on. I'm getting Cam.
Alright, man. I'll see if this thing is even worth coming back for.
Devin jogs up the road, grunting with each step, each one sending a jolt through his stomach. While the weasel hadn't moved in this direction, Dev isn't taking chances. He also needs to make sure the coyote is.
Cameron?
He shouldn't be panicking. Not yet. But that feeling is starting up again, and after having a gun pointed to his face...
Cameron!
No answer. Dev heaves for air, looking around until he sees a flash of flannel through a motel window. He's next to it in a second, unable to fit, so he pries backwards with his bare paws. Then he pushes through and tumbles into dark, thick blackness.
Alright, and that's the end of build 3.
Oh.
Dang.
That weasel we've met before, right?
Yep, that is Duke from Echo.
Duke is which one? Duke is the guy who hates.
He's
Leo?
one of Leo's neighbors.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of Clint is the one who hates Leo.
And then Leo's other neighbor is
Kudzu.
Kudzu. Yeah.
Alright, well, say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.